like, where are we heading today?
We are heading to Bamenda, Cameroon. Wait, are we going to Bamenda, right? Where are we going, dude?
Say that again. We're heading to Bamenda.
We're going to Africa to help out with some of the church plants that have been from nets that have been from the churches that have been planted by nets in Africa. They need help with like some of their projects, that like walls and different other building projects. So we're going over there to help them out.
I'm looking forward to going to Africa and seeing what it's like over there. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing believers who live on the other side of the world.
I'm looking forward to having a new experience, being in Africa, and just having fun and stuff.
I'm looking forward to see Africa, see how different it is there with between us. Like, I don't know, I've lived my whole life in America and kind of upper middle class, so it'd be really interesting to see Africa the way they live there. It'd be kind of crazy, actually.
I'm really excited to see how the church is in another part of the world.
We're building a security fence around the church, digging some post holes now, about 2 feet deep to set the posts. And then we're gonna fill it in with smaller pieces so that it's a solid wall.
But we here now, unashamed.
Well, I think it's to keep people we don't want in out, and to keep people we want in. And the little kids, you know, may wander around and they'll stay in that way. It's not going to be a high security fence because it looks like it'll be low enough that someone could jump over it, but at least it makes it it's a little bit of a barrier.
And so now that I'm done digging this out, should we level the rest of that?
No, actually, we decided we don't want to level anything after all.
So you just made us dig this from like here down, out, and we're not digging it out at all.
Exactly. In fact, we may fill it back in.
I am painting oil on the wooden post so insects don't get into it when they put it in the oil.
I've been working on kind of the sawmill that we've got going at Gospel Baptist Church. We've been cutting up all the wood that we're going to be using for the fence that we're building around Gospel Baptist Church. And for the pews, we're making about 16 pews to help expand Shadrach's church here and allow more people to be seated, because he's getting so many people each Sunday, which is really encouraging.
So many reasons not to. I only graduated high school. I'm from a small little city that they fly through, but never fly to. Just a plain town, trying to be fly too. Act town rapper, we back down never. So I'm finna take my hood up like Trayvon. Finna hold my hood down like your favorite monk. Finna mix some hood nouns with some Pharaoh munch. Walking with the king, boy, I'm about to Pharaoh march. Red Sea is my favorite part. The Lord opened up a new avenue. Industry got the water wars and we passed.
Well, Nicole and I are actually insulating the left side of the sanctuary. What is to my left here is actually going to be some Sunday school classes.
We've been working at Musang Baptist Church. It's the parsonage for Eric, the assistant pastor. We've painted the whole inside of the house, and we've done 2 coats on the outside of the house. We've scrubbed the floors, and we've been doing a lot of sweeping.
Thank you for my house. I would live to say that that is America in Cameroon. So I'm living in America in Cameroon. Thank you, brothers.
Yeah, under the sun I found we were left to drown. Evil abounds, weight is pulling us down. No sight or sound, impaired to his care. Chasing after the wind, running after the air. Deserving of desertion, servants of destruction. And every day we taste of a grace that we're unconcerned with. My sin I should be burned with. I'm guilty, filthy, and stained. But he became a curse, drank my cup and took my pain. Yeah, for that he reigns. And through faith I'm changed, and I don't have a reason why he loosened up my chains.
We're working at the Mount Carmel site, and we've really been working in 2 different locations. We've been working where the church is going to be built, and also the lead deacon in the church has a home that's about 4 blocks away, and at his home we've been building our metal cages and frames to carry over to the work site where the church is going to be built. The bigger rebar, the 9-centimeter rebar that comes into the work site, and we bend that and make it straight, and then after that we cut it in half. And then we also have some 6-centimeter rebar that we need to cut to size, and then after that we make these rectangles right here. And then we start to assemble the metal cages with some of this wire here, which we also cut to size and bend in half. And then after that we go ahead and build the metal cages that that the concrete will get poured into. But before we pour the concrete into it, we need to build wood frames around it temporarily to hold the concrete inside until it dries. And then the end product is a nice pillar that goes from the foundation up to the first floor of the church.
Our structure was confiscated by one person here who just felt that he was the one who owned that structure. We still feel that though that structure was seized, the gospel has not been seized. Though that structure has been taken away, the gospel has not been taken away. We still feel that we are here to come back in Old Town. And how soon we are going to come back, we are motivated by the fact that our purpose was originated from Old Town. So as soon as we raise this pillar and we deck it, we are back here worshiping while the structure is going on, while the construction work is continuing. And secondly, what will motivate us to be back here too is, what has motivated us and will continue to motivate us is your support. And we want to be appreciative to you greatly for the sacrifice you have made to be here. I mean, you sacrifice your life, you sacrifice your resources, you risk your life, which is the gospel. And so we greatly appreciate you for coming to facilitate us coming back here to Old Town as fast as we can. And so we trust that we'll be back here as soon as possible.
Well, the first day here, I found a lizard in our bathroom. So I miss not having creatures in my room.
Okay, I miss a shower with an actual curtain. And yeah.
I probably miss playing basketball in like cool weather right now and like practicing at school and everything. But I met this guy today that asked me if I had a basketball. It was kind of cool because Africans don't really have basketball hoops here. So.
Honestly, I don't miss anything. I'm loving it right now. I mean, the meals are great. Don't tell my mom, but they're kind of better than the ones at home. Anyway, but the food's great. I'm having huge portions of it. I'm not tired after the work days. I don't know. This is the best, one of the best like learning and growing experience I've ever had in my life. So I'm not really missing home much yet, but there are some days to go.
Lead me higher and lift my eyes up.
We've been working on a couple stages, one for the orchestra and one for the choir. And we're just finishing up decking those right now. And we're also going to be doing a kitchen. We're going to completely design a kitchen and build that. And the girls have been doing a lot of cleaning around the facilities, just getting ready for services and really doing some cleaning that needed to be done.
I am at Redeemer Baptist Church right now, and we are leveling a parking lot.
Just the praise standing in your rays, sun shining, reminding me that your rose, reminding me that I'm yours and wrapped in righteousness robes. Closer that I get to you, the higher that I feel. It's like my spirit's been lifted outside the stratosphere, where death is powerless and pain will never lay a claim.
For one, there's a pretty big unemployment rate in Cameroon. I heard it's like 55%. So there's a lot of people just like out on the street doing their thing. And I know that leads to unrest because then they're not making any money and it leads to desperation. For example, my sister Kelso was riding in the bus with the window open and a guy like tried to reach in and steal her bag, and that kind of freaked her out, obviously.
Like the different like driving culture, like different driving techniques they have. One rule they have is that there's no rules. So that is pretty cool.
The incredible change in culture, what people have to live with. I mean, everything, as Kim Pratt put it, is an effort here. Just walking to the market, you know, going uphill and downhill, or lugging your cart. and just what people have to deal with on a daily basis is on a completely different scale than what we're used to.
We're at the Cameroon Baptist Convention Center, and we are building a 6.5-foot tall wall that's about 80 meters long to protect this area from these such people.
We were building cement and some mortars so we could put the bricks down.
Lead me higher and lift my eyes up to the longway. I can see all the pain coming to an end. Lead me higher into your fire. Burn away all of the desires and let my heart coming to an end.
What I've learned about Africa is that women can balance exceptionally large objects on their heads. And I thought that was just a stereotype in the movies, but if I rolled up into a ball, they could probably put me on top of their head.
I learned that the west part of Africa, which where we are, used to be called the Zanj a long time ago.
I learned that Africa has some very unique and interesting signs. For example, we saw one sign that says that they need skill tree planters to go to Canada. Not exactly sure what that means, but I mean, I don't know why they're not all signing up to get to Canada. Go for it.
What I've learned about Africa is that the blue and orange lizards are called the gami lizards, and they used to be eaten and prepared as a meal.